Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another weekly beauty chit chat. If you are new around here, this video goes up pretty much every Friday here on my channel, and it's just an opportunity for me to just casually chit chat about all of the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary beauty products that I was personally loving or obsessing about over the course of the past week. Per usual, I have a little grouping of items to talk about in my teal bucket of joy here, but I actually also have two flops from this week. I feel like it's been a really long time since I have had products that I can't really figure out a way to make work, if that makes sense. Listen, if I buy something, a lot of times I will try to figure out like a different use for the product, or, you know, just figure out some kind of way to make it work for me. And what's funny about one of these things is that actually, when I first bought it, I thought it worked a lot better, and I was wearing it towards the end of last week and beginning part of this week, and I was just noticing that it just was not working for me anymore. So anyway, I'll save the negativity for last. We will end the video with those two items, but without further ado, we're gonna get into it. As always, I will list and link everything in the description box down below if you'd like to know where to purchase these items, read up other people's reviews, you know, check out ingredient decks, yada yada. There's a ton of information down there. Feel free to check it out. All right, let's start with perfume because this is where we always start. All right, man, do I have a blast from the past for you guys. Are you ready for this one? Who remembers this perfume? M by Mariah Carey. First of all, I loved Mariah Carey when she first kind of started coming on the scene. I remember I actually had a tape, a cassette tape, because I was born in the 1900s. So I had her very first album on cassette, and I loved it. And I swear, just like my Wilson Phillips cassette, I just wore that thing out. I just thought she was the greatest thing ever. I'm actually really impressed by her like staying power in the industry over all these years. But anyway, Mariah Carey, I've always really kind of just admired her like you know, type of approach to things. I love that about her. But anyway, this perfume, so I originally bought this in like, I think it was like the pretty early 2000s. This is a newer one because the one that I did have, it definitely went bad. And this was just such a nostalgic memory thing for me that when I saw one of these containers, one of these bottles, and I think it was like my local TJ Maxx or something, for, it was under $30. Like, it was super affordable. I went ahead and picked up another one. And this is, you know why I like this? It's because in my mind, I'm already in fall. Listen, it is 90 degrees here today, and it feels kind of like humid. We don't normally deal with humidity where I'm at here in Oregon anyway. It's usually pretty like dry heat, if you will. But today it feels kind of humid, and I'm not a fan. I'm so ready for summer to be over. This has the most beautiful kind of like fall spicy vibe to it. Have you ever stuck your nose in this? It's actually a really great scent. It's very spicy, kind of almost, I would say, peppery. I don't remember what all the notes are. I'll go ahead and I'll have them go across in a little ticker here at the bottom, but something about just me craving fall totally caused me to reach for this week, and it just reminded me how much I love this very old school early 2000s fragrance. And yeah, if you happen to come across this, you should totally pick it up. It's so good. I do love the little butterfly at the top as well. I mean, it's very, you know, kind of cute packaging, but the fragrance itself is lovely. Also, the lasting power of this one is outstanding. It is outstanding. It's so good. So anyway, M by Mariah Carey. She still exists, in case you were wondering. Okay, my other duo is actually what I'm wearing right now, and I did wear this one a couple times this week as well. Okay, these are both from Clean Reserve. I love Clean Reserve. Full disclosure, this one was sent in PR. This one I bought on my own. This is the Clean Reserve Sparkling Sugar, and this is the Skin Reserve blend. So I haven't obviously gone through quite as much of this one as I have of the Sparkling Sugar, but let me tell you something, these two fragrances kind of belong together. So again, this is what I'm wearing today. I'm just gonna reapply really quickly because it's actually it's kind of late in the afternoon on Thursday right now when I'm filming this, which is probably also why I am so hot in this room right now. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. But anyway, I like to pair these two together. I just like layer them one on top of each other. Oh, okay. The Sparkling Sugar is fantastic on its own. I love it. I love this just by itself because it's sweet, sugary, candy. It's a very like young type of fragrance, but when you put their skin scent over top, it tones down a little bit of this sweetness and it just turns it into this really sophisticated, sweet, but not overly sweet candy type of fragrance. By the way, this on its own is lovely as well. Definitely recommend. Yeah, I mean, I've worn this on its own plenty of times. It's just a very light, clean, fresh, I mean, it smells like a skin scent, if you will. It's so good though. Anyway, love both of these independently, but together. The next time that you are walking past a Sephora, I know that my Sephora carries both of these scents in store. Pop in and blend them together and then let me know your thoughts because that is delightful. Not that you have to blend the two, they're great on their own if you just want one or the other, but if you can get both, it's really, really a good combo. Okay, by the way, I have one of my eyeballs here. I woke up this morning and I don't know, I think I popped like a vessel or something in my eye. It's like super red on the bottom here. So it's not because I've been crying or anything. It just, I don't know what happened. Did I do that in my sleep? I have no idea. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Let's discuss one hair item. Okay, this week I had kind of forgotten about this, but I really like this leave-in treatment. This is the Bosley MD. Bosley MD is cruelty-free. Nioxin is not. Like if you're looking into these like different like hair growth companies that are out there, hair growth focused type companies that are out there. Bosley MD is definitely cruelty free, but Nioxin is not. So I wish Nioxin was, because there's a few things that I'd love to try from them. But this Bosley MD came in a little duo where I got the Mend Extend shampoo and conditioner. I finished this shampoo and conditioner quite a while ago. That's a really great shampoo and conditioner. I will be repurchasing that at some point. But this leave-in treatment I used like a few times and then I was like, I want to go back to, you know, like my usual. But I love this. So this has a phytomolecular tri-bond technology in it. I don't know what that means, but I do know that this is so hydrating for my hair. This makes my hair insanely soft and really protects it beautifully while I am blow drying it. This is what I have in my hair today. And you can see she's not greasy. She is not weighed down. She is, and she's shiny, right? Look at this gray hair. If you're new here, this is my natural hair color. I'm 45. I went gray really early in life, and by the time that I got to my early 30s, I just was like tired of coloring my hair all the time, and I had a kid in my early 30s, and I just didn't feel like going to the salon all the time to try to cover this up, and so I just let it grow in, and it turns out I love it. So anyway, I try to embrace this as much as possible, but I do think that gray hair does struggle with, you know, lack of luster, if you will, but I think this adds a nice shine to my hair, and again, makes it just soft. I wish you guys could feel my hair. Is that weird? Come feel my hair. All right, I have one body care item. So my first container of this went missing. My next door neighbor here, my kid, she's 12, she took it, it's fine. She loves this fragrance as well. This is the Sol de Janeiro Vieja Flor Elastic Cream. This fragrance, by the way, I'm almost done with this jug here myself. I've been wearing this quite a bit this summer. This has those Baccarat Rouge vibes to it, It's a very kind of musky, again, skin type fragrance. It actually pairs incredibly well with this Clean Reserve. If you have both of these, this is great to layer underneath this. I think it helps this be a little bit more maybe prominent. Again, it is just a skin scent, so it's something where you have to like come in a little bit closer to really like experience the fragrance. But when you layer this underneath, it definitely amps this up a little bit if that's what you're looking for. But oh my gosh, this on its own, you know what I love to put this on? I love to put this on right after shaving my legs. Nothing is more soothing. For some reason, I've been developing like razor burn a little bit here and there, and I don't know why, because I replace my blades quite frequently, so it's not like I'm just like dragging an old razor, but I don't know. I feel like my skin's getting to just be like a lot more sensitive like the older I get, which sucks because I've never had to really worry about like sensitivity when it comes to, you know, like my body and like, you know, what I apply and what I need to pay attention to. I've just always like piled everything on and it's been fine. And just done a lot of things, you know, that most people would probably find irritating to their skin. But as of late, that's just not something that I guess I can expect anymore. So, but anyway, this just soothes my skin so beautifully after shaving. It hydrates and it just smells like $1,000,000 too. So I really like this one. My daughter loves this one. My husband loves the smell of this one too. So I feel like this is a pretty universally liked fragrance. So love that. This moisturizer, okay, I've been using this for the last like week and a half. I noticed that I was almost done with it. So you can see here that I'm kind of on the last, you know, like few weeks of use here. So I want to make a little bit of a push to finish it up. This is the Alpyn Beauty Wildcrafted Actives Plant Genius Melt Moisturizer. Okay, this is, first of all, it does have fragrance in it, so just I want to be upfront about that. Like, I know there's a lot of people who have sensitivity to fragrance. Luckily, my face is still like rhino hide and nothing really affects that. So I can use fragrance skincare pretty easily, but if you cannot, don't get this. That being said, this is a fabulous summertime moisturizer for an oilier skin type because it absorbs very quickly. I actually shared this when I did my evening skincare routine, which I finally got around to filming this week. So if you missed the evening skincare routine for the summertime, I was focusing a little bit more on exfoliation in that particular video. I'll link that down below. But this is the moisturizer that I used at the end of the routine, and it's really insanely good. It's kind of expensive. You don't need this necessarily. There are less expensive moisturizers that, you know, work equally as well. But I just think for oily skin, this is a particularly good pick. And this is also one that I have used during the fall and winter months as well. Now, I do now prefer the Alpyn Barrier Repair Cream. That is fabulous. And that's the one that I'll be repurchasing this November during the you know, Rouge VIB insider sale. What is it? The fall savings event. I'll definitely be purchasing that for the upcoming fall and winter season, but for next summer, I would totally consider this one again. It's really, really good. A couple of other like things that I would just toss in here. So lately I have not been using a lot of my sheet masks and eye masks and things like that. I've been a little bit lazy about that stuff. So this week I decided to finally get back into using these because I do have, you know, quite a few of these sheet masks. So this week I used the Line Smoothing Hydro Mask, which you guys know how I feel about this one. This is from City Beauty. It's amazing. I always buy these when they're either 40 or 50% off. So I'll let you guys know when the next City Beauty sale is, when it's coming up. But these Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks, these are fabulous as well. I feel like at first when these came out, they got like a lot of hype and now it's kind of died down, but I still really love these. I like to actually plop these on in the evening right before going to bed. And then when I wake up in the morning, I do really feel like the under eye area is so much more plumped and youthful looking. So that's a really good one. Let me know what your favorite under eye mask is. I think this and the Dermatology brightening ones for underneath the eyes are probably two of my faves. So anyway, I have about 30 of these that I've just bought over the years, and then like I said, sometimes I just forget to use them, so they've kind of accumulated a little bit. So you'll be seeing a few of these packets in my empties, that's for sure. All right, makeup wise, really quickly, and then we're gonna get to our flops, and then I'm going to leave this oven of a room because I am starting to melt. All right, makeup this week. I'm still doing this whole like randomly grabbing things from my makeup collections to pair them together and see if I can make it work. So this week I grabbed the Lorac blush in Aura. So this is the blush I'm wearing today. There she is. It's just a really pretty kind of muted rose shade. I love Lorac blushes. Lorac is actually one of those brands. Yesterday I shared a video that where I was just kind of chit-chatting about different brands that I'm surprised that like they're still in business, because I don't ever hear anyone talking about their products. That being said, Lorac was one of those brands, but it's one of my favorite makeup brands. I'd be bummed if they ever went away, but yeah, I'm honestly surprised that they're still kicking. Again, I'm glad they are. I hope they're not going anywhere, but yeah, I would love for more people to buy more Lorac products. Support the brand so I can keep buying their stuff. Okay, and then the eyeshadow palette that I randomly grabbed was the Cover Shot Minimalist eyeshadow palette. So this is actually just a matte. Is it matte? No, there's some shimmers in here. There's some shimmers in here, but it's kind of an interesting quad here. Well, there's two quads, obviously. This one's a little bit more neutral tone. This one's obviously a little bit more warm toned. I've kind of been playing between the two and then even mixing some of these together. Today, I'm definitely wearing the cooler toned one here, and I think it works with this blush quite well. So yeah, that's what I've been wearing in terms of eyeshadow. Someone had mentioned that I should let Stella pick my makeup for a week. I think I'm gonna have her do that. Stella is actually getting really good with makeup. I'm actually kind of impressed because she really doesn't ask me for help. It's just from her like playing with it for the last couple of years at home. I just started letting her wear like some mascara and, you know, a little bit of like a tinted lip gloss to school for 6th grade. She doesn't do like a full face of makeup or anything, but at home she definitely does play with a lot of things that I pass along to her. And she's gotten really good, you guys. Like this girl, she has makeup figured out already, but anyway, I think I might let her do that. I'll be curious to see what she picks and if I can make it work. Because I think she'll probably try to be funny about it. Anyway, lip wise, I actually grabbed this. It's not even a lipstick, and when I first like opened my eyes after I picked it out, I was like, oh, that's not a lipstick, but I just went with it. So this is my natural lip color here, and over top I have the Smith's Tropical Ambrosia Balm. I don't even know how old this is. I don't even know if I should still be using it. I don't remember when I bought it. There is no expiration date. So, but anyway, the Smith's Rosebud Balm, it's a very Vaseline-y type of balm. I think I had maybe only used this like once or twice. So it almost looked brand new when I opened it to the point where I was like, have I even ever used this? But anyway, it is a really nice hydrating balm. I do like sometimes just using something like this instead of going in with, you know, like color. Like I do actually like my natural lip color. It's a nice like muted pink, I would say. So I don't know, it works. All right, these two flops here, you guys. First of all, I did review the Watermelon Glow Dew Balm SPF 45 from Glow Recipe towards the earlier part of this week. So this was actually sent to me in PR, and but you guys, it's not for me. It's not for my oily skin. I think if you are the person who has the dry skin, like you just struggle to get enough moisture in your skin, you might want to check this out. This is an insane insanely hydrating balm. Now, I tried to use this to touch up my SPF. Unfortunately, touch up my SPF. Unfortunately, when I did that, it just lifted all the makeup off. So I don't know that this is really the best necessarily for touch-ups. But I do think that if you struggle with a lot of sunscreens drying your skin out, this one might be worth checking out. And it has a pretty good SPF level. I mean, it's 45, so this should provide you with adequate protection. I will say it is a chemical sunscreen. I know a lot of people are not into those. This is avobenzone, homosalate, and octisalate, so it's not a mineral sunscreen. It's not an entire flop for me in that I won't even be able to finish it. What I've been doing is just applying it to the tops of my hands when I'm driving. So I keep this in my purse now. And so when I am getting ready to, you know, drive around town or whatever, running errands or just, you know, doing a couple things for work, I just put this on the backs of my hands and they're protected. And I always like more hydration and moisture on the backs of my hands because they can get pretty dry from frequent hand washing. And this also means that I don't have the SPF like on the palms of my hands necessarily. So typically I don't drive around with my hands like this in the car. It's, you know, like this on the steering wheel. So I don't necessarily need the SPF on the palms of my hands. And I hate when my steering wheel gets greasy. I just don't like that. So this is pretty perfect for touch-ups in terms of like a hand SPF. But does this work on my oily skin? Absolutely not. It was a bad fit for me. So, but thanks for sending it, Glow Recipe. That was really nice. Honestly, I've had a lot of good luck with this brand. You guys know how I feel about a few of their products. Like, they're just fantastic, but this is just not it for me. It's not for my skin type. And this, I am shocked that this no longer works for me. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Stella and see if she wants to finish it. This is the Milk Makeup Grip Eye Primer. I don't know what the deal is with this. When I first got it, it actually worked quite well for me, but I've been using it and it for whatever reason, like, it has been creasing on me, and then like the eyeshadow towards my inner corner like has been lifting up. There were a few videos where when I was editing them, I was looking at them and I was going, what is going on with my eyeshadow? Like, there was no eyeshadow on the inner corners anymore. It just disappeared and it looked weird and funky. And it was on the days where I was wearing this. I have never, ever had this problem with the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer. This is fabulous. This is what I always go back to. This is actually my second tube. It is kind of a spendy one, but as someone who, you know, really relies on something like this for her oily eyelids to keep the oil at bay, like, I'm willing to pay the money because it works. But this is also not necessarily cheap. And I don't know what's going on, but I mean, I set it after I apply it, you know, and tap it in, and I'm not using too much. It's not the amount. It just isn't working for me anymore, it's kind of a bummer. I like Milk Makeup, but I don't know. I'm obviously not going to repurchase this one myself. But anyway, those are my two flops. I always hate talking about things that suck, but sometimes it happens. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you are new, please take the time to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Check out the description box if you're curious about where any of these things came from or if you want to purchase them yourself. And I appreciate you being here. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.